Is Too Good To Go worth your money? It's an app. Let's talk about it. Hello, it's me. I'm Steven Allen. How are you doing today? So we're talking about Too Good To Go, looking at the Google. Too Good To Go is an app, and it's the world's largest surplus food marketplace. So I've been using this for a while, testing it out. I wanted to make a proper video about it where I edit it and do all of that stuff. But since I'm doing this trend of not editing videos, but talking about different topics, and this is money related, I thought I would do this now, and I can always do another one later, because I was taking pictures of the food that I was getting from the different places, and I was taking notes and all this stuff, but I don't know if that's worth it, but we'll see. Let me know if you want to know more about this. But I'm in Manhattan, so there's a lot of places you can go to just in the New York City area in general. I'm looking at a map now. Brooklyn, Queens, let's see if they're in Staten Island. Yep, there are places in Staten Island too. The Bronx, let's see. Yeah, there are places in the Bronx. I know that it's in LA. I saw quite a few places in Atlanta. I didn't see any in Alabama for the most part. There was just, I think, Circle K's there in the Birmingham area for the most part. And if you're traveling, probably something good to check out just to explore some of the local places and get some food at a lower cost. So basically, at the end of the day, restaurants will I feel like my mouth is dry. I need to have a sip of water. I don't want to get up and get a sip of water. I'm going to get a sip of water. Pause. Resume. I don't know what's going on because it feels like my mouth got like weirdly dry and whatever. So basically at the end of the day, restaurants will throw away their extra food that they are not able to sell. And I'm guessing some of them give the food away, but Too Good To Go is a way for you to get a hold of that food. So let's say you were to go to a place like, it used to be called Dig In, and that is a restaurant, kind of a fast food restaurant. It's kind of like Chipotle, where they will make your meal in front of you, but it's just, they have chicken, they have different dishes. I guess it's kind of like it's not soul food. I guess it's just like home food. They have macaroni and cheese, Brussels sprouts that are oven baked and sauteed or something. But they have chicken thighs that are cut up and put like seasoning on them. I think they're blackened or something. I don't know. But they have different stuff and it's just already cooked, and they scoop it and put it in a bowl for you. And it cost maybe in New York, 12. I don't know. I haven't paid like the normal amount in a long time. I think at first it was like $9 in 2017 when it kind of came around. It was called Dig In. And I think now it's like 15, 16, 14, something like that. I think. I don't know. It could be less. But with the app Dig In, I think it's $4.99 or $5.99. But the thing is, you just show up at whatever time they tell you to show up, and you can't say, I want macaroni and cheese, Brussels sprout, blah, blah, blah. They pre-package it. The only thing is that if you have food allergies, this may not be great for you, but I have an allergy to fish. I'm allergic to fish, but I can still be around the food. So I go to Dig In, or would go to Dig In, even though they serve fish. I would just say I don't want the fish, and I would be fine. So if they have a pre-made meal and it has fish in it, I'll say, can I get one that doesn't have it? And they'll be like, oh, okay, I'll give you this instead. So it works out. The issue is that you have to opt into the app usually in the morning, because they only have a certain amount of meals available. And after they are not available, you can't get them until maybe the next day. So you have to know what you want tonight in the morning. And then you also have to be available to pick it up. And that's really it. You can pay through Apple Pay, or I don't know. That's just what I use. You can use like a card or something like that. I feel like everyone just uses Apple Pay. and you have your whatever attached to it. But it works well. You get to try different places. I was going to a pizzeria for a while, a pizza place, a pizza shop, and they were giving away so much pizza, and I think they stopped because most likely no one was going there during their normal hours. They were just using Too Good to Go, because they would give you, for I think it was $3 or $4.99, and you would get 6 or 7 slices of pizza, and I would just take the box and put it in the freezer, and then just treat it like a frozen pizza. You just warm it up in the oven, 350 for 20 minutes, ready to go. Because I would go to Whole Foods and get an actual frozen pizza, and I would cook that, and it would take, I think, 35 minutes, and their pizzas are maybe this large. So if you slice it in half, it's the size of, a little bit smaller than the size of a New York slice of pizza, and it would be thinner. And I used to try to like slice it like a regular pizza, and then you get like a little triangle like this, and it's like, that's not enough. That's a snack. So then I was like, well, if I go to this pizza place, then I can just have a slice or two, and I have food always in my freezer. So it's a good way to save in that way, in that regard. They also have grocery stores a part of it. I went to Whole Foods and I was able to get some scones, and I still have some left because I put them in the freezer. Krispy Kreme is a part of it. You can get a dozen donuts. And I was curious if they would give you whatever is left over at the end of the night, but they only give you a dozen glazed donuts with Too Good to Go. So at least at the Krispy Kreme that I've been going to, maybe at other Krispy Kremes, they give you other stuff too. I don't know. But I would put that in the freezer and put it in the oven for 10 minutes. I just put all of that stuff in the freezer. Like any extra food that I get, just put it in the freezer and then just heat it up in the oven. It just works super well. Where else have I gone? A donut shop. My favorite place to get cookies in New York is called Big Booty Bread Co. And I used to call it Big Booty Bread and Co., but it's just Big Booty Bread Co. And they only gave me, no, actually, I was like, they only gave me some cupcakes. But I said I wanted a cookie also, not a part of, I wasn't like, I also want a cookie with Too Good to Go. And I was like, could I also buy a cookie? And she said, oh, I have a cookie here if you want to have it. But she meant I could have the cookie or the cupcakes. Now the cupcakes were in like this container. They were super small ones. What is that? Melissa's cupcake? Is that? Let me see. Melissa's cupcakes. Baked by Melissa. They were a little larger than that because those are super tiny. But I think their Too Good to Go thing was $7.99 or something, and I was like, 4 cupcakes for $7.99? That seems like the regular price. They weren't large cupcakes, and so I got that. But she was like, you can get the cookie instead, and I was like, oh. And it was in a bag with grease at the bottom, and she said, it's fine. It's just kind of like crumpled up. I couldn't sell it, so you can have this instead. And I was thinking, oh, you're gonna give me that too. She was like, no, that's instead. And I was thinking, I don't think this is how Too Good to Go is. I'm not trying to put them on blast because I mentioned their name and said they're part of Too Good to Go. She just gave that as a secondary option. But I was thinking, if I were a different person, would that be the thing that you give me? If, whoever got the cupcakes has left and you're like, here, a crumpled, nasty bag of cookie. Because I was thinking, I do want that cookie, but I have no idea what it looks like on the inside. It could have just been in pieces all over the place. And they're like, I don't want some like throwaway cookie. If it was like in addition, you're like, nothing's wrong with it. It's just as I was scooping it off the tray, it got smashed. You can have it too. But instead, like $7.99 for it. So, I don't know. I think like some people don't really know how it works. I've had some issues with the app and like how it works because it feels like most people don't know what it is. They're like, what is that? And then they have to ask a bunch of people, and then someone finally knows and they'll give you whatever it is. I went to Whole Foods and I told the person, because I bought some groceries, and then I was ready to leave. I was in the self-checkout area, and there was this person that was collecting the baskets. And I said, where do I go for Too Good To Go? And she said, oh, you just go to the exit and just wait there. And I was like, well, how will they know I'm here? Because you have to show them the app and show them where you swipe to confirm and everything. And she said, oh, well, you just confirm on the app and then they'll give it to you. I was like, well, every time I've done Too Good To Go, I've had to tell someone. So they won't know through the app. And she was like, they'll know through the app. Just confirm, just swipe and go wait there. I waited there for what I think was 30 minutes. And I kept seeing people get their stuff and leave. I thought it was other people with Too Good To Go, but they were just collecting their regular groceries that they ordered online. I guess they order online, get the groceries and go home. If I were doing that, I just want them to deliver it to me, deliver it directly to my home. But I waited, and then I asked someone else who was in the area, not collecting the baskets, but she was just like the one, if you had issues with the machine, that would punch in the code and everything. And then the one with the baskets walked up because she was like, what is Too Good To Go? And I was thinking maybe she'll ask someone. One with the basket walks up and she's like, oh, you just wait in that area. Just wait over there. They'll come over to you. And then the new person was like, yeah, they'll come over to you. And I was like, okay. So I walked back over there and I wait for what felt like 10 more minutes. It was probably 5. Then I saw someone come up with another package to give to someone. And I said to her, hey, is this where I go for Too Good To Go? And she said, no, this isn't where you go. You go over to the bakery. This isn't it. Like, that was the craziest thing I asked her. And I called those 2 people that I talked to before every name but their name. Not to their face, but under my breath as I was walking over to the bakery, because it was so annoying. It was so cold that day, and had all these groceries. And so anyway, I go over to the bakery. The guy was like, hey, how can I help you? And I said, I have Too Good To Go. And he was like, you do? Okay. He looks at it and he's like, I'll get it for you. Goes to the back, grabs the bag, gives it to me, done. I leave thinking I was at Whole Foods an additional 30 minutes, 35 minutes, 45 minutes. I did not need to be there. So you do have to tell people what it is. And even if they act like they know what it is, they don't necessarily know what it is. Too Good To Go. But I think it's worth it to try it. Is it a replacement for groceries? I think no, but it's a replacement for going out to eat, for fast food-ish kind of stuff. So if you spend money going to get pizza on a Thursday night, Tuesday night, whatever, because you don't have time to get dinner, it's a replacement for that, because you can just go whenever you are free or know you'll be free, put that food in the freezer if it's pizza, and then just heat it up whenever. And you get to try so many different types of pizza. And then it's not a big deal if you don't like it. I got a salad pizza, a Caesar salad pizza, the other night. I had to go at 1 a.m. Most of the places you go at 9:30, 8 p.m., sometimes in the middle of the day. This one was 1 a.m. And one of my favorite restaurants is Kati Roll. They have these Indian rolls, and it's 1 a.m. you have to go. And I was like, I don't want to go there, and maybe they don't give you anything. Because some of the places, they give you a lot of food, and then some of the places, they give you like nothing. So I was like, I don't want to go at 1 a.m. and then they give me just like some onions, some sauteed onions that are left over, because they put onions in the rolls. Because you would think they all give you one of their main dishes, but some of the places, like if you go to a salad place, They may not give you a salad. They may just give you ingredients in a salad, like a bowl of corn or a bowl of lentils. One place gave me a bowl of rice and lentils and some mushrooms for a salad place. And they were like, oh, you can also pick out a soup. And then I got the soup, and that was good. But you never know what you're going to get. They have reviews, so you can see the places that say they have a lot of food that they give you. I would go to those. If they don't say that, they probably give you less than what you're expecting. The places that give you a lot of food give you a good amount for the money. Like Krispy Kreme here in New York, I think it's, I want to say it's close to $20, $19 for a dozen glazed donuts. And I think it's $25 for a variety assorted. It may be less, but I think it's that. I thought it used to be less in New York, but because I was like, I used to get Krispy Kreme all the time, and I was like, I was spending $20 on just a dozen regular donuts, but I think it used to be less, and I think that's what it is now. With Too Good To Go, it's $6.99, what it should be to me. So it's good for those reasons. And some stuff you can't really freeze, like Dig In, it's a bowl, and they give you rice or grains, and then, or salad. And then you get like macaroni and cheese, or you can get broccoli, Brussels sprouts, I think 2 sides. So you can get those, and they have a bunch of sides to choose from, but they just give you what they want to give you. It's prepackaged when you get there, or they'll make it in front of you. And then a meat, which could be fish or chicken, baked chicken, or chicken thighs, or not with the bone in, just like chopped up, kind of like Chipotle, or meatloaf or meatballs. And I haven't had their meatballs in a while, but I used to like them. And they have like different stuff that they rotate in, but that is harder to freeze with the rice and everything, but you still can. I would probably switch it to a glass container. And all you have to do is just stick it in the oven, maybe put a little bit of water at the bottom, 350, 20 minutes, maybe 45 minutes, depending on how frozen it is and everything. And it's good to go. It's too good to go. That's the whole point. But I think it's worth a try. It definitely is a nice addition to your grocery shopping, to your food situation. I think it's really good for someone who is single or in a couple, like, I guess in a family too, because you can order more than one. So that as well. I just feel like it may not be like cost effective for a family of like 4 kids, a mom and a daddy, because at that point it's $7 or $5 per meal, which is cheaper than going to a restaurant or paying full price at those places, but it's not cheaper than buying groceries and cooking the same thing yourself. There's a lot of the places with Too Good To Go, you could kind of make it yourself, but if you're just buying one meal, it is cheaper, and easier and more convenient. And sometimes you're like, I don't want to cook anything. I don't want to go anywhere and spend like $14, $25 on a meal or on a slice of pizza, a $20 slice of pizza, but I do want pizza. Or I want, oh, and at the grocery store, Whole Foods had the baked goods. They say what they'll give you. There was another restaurant I went to, and they gave me 2 prepackaged salads, and they gave me, it was something else, I thought. Maybe it was 2 salads. I thought something else, but I forgot. And they were salads I wouldn't have gotten myself, but they were not expired, and I had to eat them quickly because they were a salad, so I put them in the refrigerator. But people have reported, because I did some research before utilizing this application, they were saying that the food is not expired, but maybe it will expire the next day, or it is like expiring on the day you get it. But if it's something like baked goods, you can stick those in the freezer too. I kind of like cold baked goods, like cold muffins, scones, cookies. and then you just take it out and you can put it in the oven, or you can, if it's like a scone, I'll have it cold. I just kind of like that because sometimes you just want something that's like bread or starchy, you know, just something to snack on that has like a little weight to it, a little meat to it. It's not actual meat, obviously, but I think it is worth it. I like it. I'm using it today. I used it a few days ago. I've been using it since I think the summer of last year, I think 2024. Pause. Resume. So I just wanted to kind of share a few things with that, my experiences with Too Good To Go thus far. And yeah, let me know if you have any questions about it or want to hear more about it, because then I can make, well, I don't want to say that, make a dedicated video now, because it might be a while. I want to do some more like edited videos, but it may not be anytime soon, because I also feel like I need to get a new computer before I step into that, because I mean, my computer, but I stretch my computer far. Like, I make my computer work. It works. It works. I mean, the fan is loud, but it's like, you're using me to the max, and I do. All the videos that I export and edit and have all these effects and stuff, even though I'm not doing these edited videos now, I still throw them into Premiere Pro to change the audio, to chop off the beginning and the end, and I have to export these videos, and I'm making a lot of more videos because I'm doing these unedited videos. So it's a whole thing. It's uploading to all these different sites, but anyway, that's Too Good To Go, because that wasn't even about Too Good To Go. So let's stay on topic, on task. I think it's worth giving it a try, and let me know what you think about it. Let me know if you want to try it. Let me know if you have tried it, what you think about it. My nose is itching. All the stuff. Hit the subscribe, hit the plus, hit the follow, hit the button, the star, the thumbs up, do the stuff. I'm Steven Allen, and until next time, take a little time to make art and be brilliant. I'll talk to you later. Goodbye.